Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my son, Michael Anthony Fitness. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Um, I had somebody comment to me and they said, you need to stop doing so many videos. Chesterfield, Virginia. Um, Chesterfield, Virginia, I'm going to call you back, okay? So leave me a message. Leave me a message. Okay, yeah, leave me a message. So anyway, somebody said, Mark, you do too many videos. You literally do 1,000 videos a day. And I said, you're a liar. I only do 999 a day. So get it right. But anyway, um, somebody said, forget doing videos, just live stream. So what I thought I would actually do is, I got Michael here. We're actually doing some work in my workshop. Behind me over here is actually some cabinets. These are actually going around a TV. There's another cabinet over here that's going to be going into somebody's office. And then down here, Michael has actually already gotten all the doors glued up and things. And over here, this is the new piece for the set. So I was actually going to go ahead and make. What's happening, John? How are you doing? John, all the way from England. John, John, are you retired? You got a lot of time to be on YouTube, man. I got to tell you,
But you know the time
Mr.
difference.
Truckee, I'm going to add your name on the list there. I got it there. We're going to put that on there later on today.
But you know the time in
And,
England.
huh?
It's probably like the afternoon or
Yeah, but
evening.
well, okay, but he's everywhere. Okay, anyway, I'm not mad at you, but listen, I'm gonna actually working on building the other piece over here with Michael. So we actually have to make the horizontal locker part of it. So I'm gonna be working in here. Now, I don't know how loud the saws and stuff are going to be, so you may want to turn it down. If you want to stay, if you like this, let me know, because at least next 30 minutes or so, you'll see at least the top part of this start to get put together, start seeing how it's going to look. Actually, I'm excited as can be because, well, I love woodworking, and I can't wait to get the shop and stuff together. News on the NFL. Mike?
Robert Kraft has been officially charged.
So you heard that. Robert Kraft has been charged with soliciting prostitution.
Yeah, go to Yahoo Sports. That's why I saw the article.
Ouch. Sandman, you know the shirt's going to be coming your way.
Yeah, he was on my stream
The good
last
thing
night.
is, hey, here's the great thing. I'm actually going to be working in my workshop a lot because I've got a lot of cabinets work and stuff I got to do, as well as the stuff for downstairs. So while this other stuff's drying, I do a little bit on this thing over here, then I go back to the other ones and stuff because I'm really trying to get the set together. So it's really cool. Like I said, I want to be able to put out ESPN quality look, but with better knowledge. So that's my goal. And people are always saying, we'd like to see more Jobu Sports Report, this, that, and the other, and things. And so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to get started doing some work. Like I said, you may want to turn down the volume because we got to turn on the dust collector. Check this out. Let me show you guys some stuff. I know my workshop is truly a mess, but I have over here. This is actually a 3 horsepower dust collector that actually sucks up all of the dust and stuff in there, puts it in that barrel in the bottom, so I dump it. The fine dust goes into there, and so on. And that's where people are like, you need to wear safety glasses. It's like, listen, that sucker sucks like the people down in Florida where Robert Cap. Oh, is
I
that
thought, I thought
is that too much?
I thought it was the Washington Redskins.
Well, okay, it sucks better than the Washington Redskins. But I was just saying that apparently they must suck better than the massage parlor down in Florida. Okay, but anyway, it sucks up most of the dust and stuff, so you don't get the stuff flying. It actually goes, there's these pipes that I've got all throughout the workshop that go through and feed everything. And see, like down here, this is my thickness planer over here. I got an edge sander over here. There's a joiner over there, radial arm saw. There's not a lot of space here, but I've got it used about as good as it can possibly be used. So we're going to get to work. We'll try and see if we see any questions and stuff for you guys, but you'll magically see a piece of the set get made. So let me get started here. Let's cut our data first on the back side. 1/4-inch notch on the back of that. So we can put in the, thank you very much, Randy, I appreciate it. But we cut a slot in the back of that because we got a 1/4-inch plywood that's gonna go in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. And we're gonna take, wow. Do I think Rico will have an impact this year? If they were smart, they would try and use them because of his size and everything else. I think that they have done themselves a disservice by not trying to. So, what we got here, guys, check this out. These are the, okay. This is, I'm educating Michael as we go along here. This is called a dado set. So, if you put these two together, you get a 1/4-inch slot.
I know that.
Then you've got these spacers here that actually will cut a 1/4-inch each. So if you put these four and this together, you're gonna get a 3/4-inch slot. And if you need a little bit more, you have these little shims to go with it. So you read the responses and answer them. You can read some of the questions there.
Someone asked if we're gonna build a fourth locker.
If we're gonna get what?
We're gonna build a fourth locker.
Fourth, I need a bigger studio. Actually, 3 is about as much as I can get on the wall down there, unless I gut out the basement. But 3 of them.
What's up, Junior?
3 of them will be enough that I'm in the center at least.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking
You keep watching the comments.
Someone asked if we want to build them a log cabin.
I haven't built one, although my brother has a kit to do one that he wants me to help do down in Northern Neck.
I mean, they can't be that difficult to do. The
Materials irregular.
Oh no. I said the material's different, but basics on how to build one, probably the same as building a house. We're just using different materials.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we could build one. Just have never built one. I mean, construction is all basically the same. Plumb and square, if you can get that part straight. And like plumbing, the key on plumbing is to remember that shit goes downhill. That's the key thing to remember. With all plumbing, shit goes downhill. Ask him how the sound is. Is it terrible with, is it loud?
Now, how's the sound?
Is it
So who's gonna win this?
too much with the sauce?
Yeah, everybody says it's good. It says not bad.
Alright, next step.
Yeah, block that word.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is actually cut a dado groove for my cross pieces to go in. Well, with that shotgun, it should focus it straight in front of us. It shouldn't be the
Someone asked what the name of your table saw.
Say what?
Someone asked what the name of your table saw.
You won't find this one anymore.
Got this wild
This right here is a Craftsman contractor saw that I got in 1988. 89. He was a baby when I bought this table saw.
You could probably find it, but it'll probably be worth a lot of money.
This thing weighs several hundred pounds, and I've had it since then. It is built like a tank. This is all like heavy-duty steel. You can't find table saws that are built like this thing. This thing
That's why
literally
reasonable price.
is a nightmare. What I ended up adding a longer fence to it. I got the Wiesmeyer fence, which costs, this fence right here costs as much as what some table saws do. This thing's like $300. And I put this extension on it so that way I can literally rip and cross-cut different pieces of plywood. And as you can see, all the different colors and stuff, it's also like a workbench. This is a 2-car garage. I don't have a lot of space in here to work, but I've got it so it's very functional. I can cut up to 10-foot lengths of wood with the doors closed. I've got a planer down in here that I can do 8-foot pieces over there. I've got a 24-inch thickness sander. So grab the countertop from over there. I laminated up pieces for my workbench.
I didn't see if someone asked about if you signed the name of the shirt.
Sign the name.
Go back and cut the
Tell anybody who wants their name on the shirt, email me at CowboysMark94. Now, check this out. This piece that Michael's bringing here, turn it around, show it. This is actually solid oak that we laminated together, and we put it through the thickness sander, kind of put it across there, and sanded it out. And tell me that's not pretty and flat. Look at that. You got to have the right tools to do the job.
But you know you can look at the chat once we're live.
That's true. I can do that. Okay.
That's a new feature that they put on YouTube a couple months back. I can look at the chat. Now my question is, if they ever get a Dallas, would you be interested in going? Yeah. If the Combine comes to Dallas, would you be interested in going?
The Combine? I'm not sure about that. I'll be right back. I'm going to double check. Carry on the conversation.
Hey, it's like 50. Yeah, that's my Michael Anthony Fitness. Whew. So if you want to subscribe to me, Michael Anthony Fitness on YouTube, go in there and hit that subscribe button on my channel. I'll be okay. I'll look at it this way. Sean Lee, I'll be okay if he comes back, if we can get him for a reduced price. Oh, sweet.
What?
Cliff said he's going to get those jerseys.
What, to get signed?
So you'll see Irvin and Michael and Emma Smith.
Oh, so, okay.
And well, you want to get Dax anyway, but he can get one.
Well, you may, I'm going to try to.
No. He's going to get a jersey signed.
I said
No. I said he's getting a jersey signed for Dak Prescott.
Okay.
So he said he'll help.
He's going to send it to us for us to get him signed.
Yeah, and we'll send it to him, and he'll just give me the.
Okay. All right, turn the dust collector back on.
That's cool.
Had to double check on a measurement here.
I'll send him the here in a minute. I'll send him the rest. I guess they don't do a lot of autographs. Y'all be cheaper than get that person.
So in other words, you're going to be
No, I'm just saying.
working.
No, I'm saying that'll be cheaper. If you think about that, that Prescott's 185 to get a jersey size. Taylor Smith's only 80. So it's like 70 something to get a jersey size. Oh, so there's on 40 man. the devil.
Oh, there's that's my quarterback.
I like to solve the full
That's
version
my
for me.
teammate.
I guess they don't do a lot of walking outside.
That is a big one.
Right? But where he lives, they do a lot of, I think Ellie goes a lot of walking outside of the campus.
Okay, let me have the other piece of woodland wool.
Which one? The big one?
Yeah. All right, but we're going to cut the other piece first, 12 and a quarter. Don't worry about that. And Matthew used a piece of, I could use a piece of the birch, and that's it.
I mean, that's pretty long. It's not like it's really.
Well, no, I can do it so it's hidden inside. Where's that?
Of course not. This one, the other side, they cut these. You got the two on this one, right?
All right, well, we'll work with it. All right, so what I need you to do for the moment is I need the pocket holes put in this. You turn off the dust collector right now.
I see what you're talking about. You need one.
All right, so we got to go to another little station here. This is actually a pocket hole jig. This is a pocket hole jig, and what this does is it's going to drill holes in at like an angle to put this together with.
Now, did you adjust this?
Who the one? Jason Garrett, still the coaching is useless. Well, I agree. What's happening? How you doing, Joe? I have two Stooges stuff, guys. Okay. Is Peyton our coach in 2020? I sure hope so. All right, so this first one, I want when I'm done on this side right here. Yeah, do both of them on the inside. So do them on this side of this one too. Okay. And I'm gonna figure out what I can use.
Oh, so you want to do it on this side?
Yeah, so put that.
That's fine. Just want to say
Yeah,
that.
flip that over and do it on that side.
Even though you probably won't see me.
That's already stained.
Well, that's easy. Earl Thomas. You have to ask.
What's that?
Someone asked who's gonna get a free agency. Earl Thomas.
I'm not going to say that just yet.
I'll say it.
We know how.
I don't care.
I still have a lot of people who hate me because of that today. Still.
Earl Thomas is not going to Green Bay. Maybe for the right price, but he's not going to uproot his family to go to Green Bay.
Well, his family will stay in Texas.
I say, but he's not going
They say all my exes live in Texas.
He's not going to Green Bay. They need to blow that team up and rebuild. Well, you want three of them on this one?
Yeah, three on each side. Oh, well, hold on. Let me reset that too. Because
that's what.
I forgot. I don't want it to be too far out.
Someone said we don't even need Earl Thomas.
Yes, we do. Turnovers are a key. We don't get turnovers. Please understand. Turnovers are like getting touchdowns. We got our best interceptor was Van Der Esch and Xavier Woods with two each. He had two against us. Come on, man.
Well, that's a different story. Again, that's a different story because he's trying to prove something.
Who's trying to prove something?
Earl Thomas was trying to prove something when he played against us.
Okay, you know what? He's probably going to try and prove something like, I'm trying to get a Super Bowl ring.
Well, that too, but I'm saying he's trying to prove a point.
All right.
And he wasn't going to miss
that. Can you get those drilled, please?
He wasn't going to miss that
game. Damn it, Michael.
He wasn't going to miss that game either. Let's be 100% honest. Landon Collins will cost you too much.
No, I don't want Landon Collins.
I said he's going to cost you too much.
Yeah, he's got that giant stank on him.
The only good thing we got from the New York Giants was the training staff. I didn't see how many hamstrings this year.
Can you turn on the dust collector?
Yeah, see, that's what I wanted to hear. Someone said Landon Collins is weak. Yes.
He's not Earl Thomas. Again,
of course he's not.
I want Earl Thomas for a couple of years, and that's
I never saw winning Landon Collins. I don't know much about him. I don't know enough about him to say that he's Does it matter which side? I know that.
Gotta pull that stuff, don't yank it. Gotta pull it nice and easy. Okay, so we got those pieces cut out. Now we're going to put this sucker together. Let me turn off the display. This is where the magic happens. Everybody, thank you for joining in. I started to go ahead and do a video, and I suck so bad at my skills as far as editing. And figured instead, because I was going to go ahead and like do an intro and then just speed it up and like put it up. It's just like, you know what? I ain't got time for that. I got all this work to do. So what we're going to do is now we're going to take our side piece. Now check this out. See these cuts right here are called dados. Now I want you to notice something. This is not, what's up? Okay. That's for the thing, for the tabs. This is not what you get when you get cabinets like from Home Depot or furniture. This is actually 3/4 inch plywood. You see, it's American made plywood. So I've cut this groove in here so that way our shelving pieces are going to go in to those grooves. Okay, so this is going to go in, bam, like that, right? So when you put that joint together, it's going to be strong. And what you'll notice is these holes are actually where the screws go, so you don't screw them from the outside. These will be hidden on the inside, so you won't see that. So, bam! Check that out. Isn't that cool? Yeah. In 3 years, we'll be Randy. I missed that one. Okay. All right, Mike, get the glue.
That's the one I was disappointed about.
And when
the Badger.
Oh, the honey badger?
He went for $7 million, 1 year, $7 million contract.
He did. And
I think that's somebody that could have been a different
whole screws. Our screws.
That fits our system.
What kind of plywood? This is actually mahogany plywood. This is like $70 a sheet for this, but basically I'm building the two pieces this out of two pieces of this, and then I have solid mahogany right here to actually face it with and to build the doors on it. What's funny is, here's where it's crazy. You guys have seen my lockers downstairs. If you went out and tried to get that made, it would cost you a big pile of money. Basically, the materials for me to do that's about $275.
You're probably paying $2 or $3 grand per locker.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not a lot of materials, but you gotta have the skills to put it together. All right, so we're gonna put some glue in. And to make sure I remember which way this is going. Okay, so we've got this extra cut on this one because we've got the liquor locker that's in there. Make sure that that's square. All right, go ahead. Pop screws there. You're gonna see this come to life. Remind me next time I go to Home Depot to get a longer tip for this. Because that one's too short, and that's why we have so many problems with it. Good job. Now we got the opposite piece to go in here. Bam. Move your. Okay. Good. Hold up. Weeding boys. That's good. Don't over tighten it. Because then it strips. Get those in there. It's shaping up. So how's everybody doing on this Monday? Sooner or later, Mark Holmes will be on ESPN. I hope to do better than
I wouldn't want to be
ESPN.
on ESPN.
ESPN is kind of dying, guys. Earl Thomas, wait a minute. What Earl Thomas? What if he wants a foreign? Everybody wants Earl Thomas. What if he wants a foreign? I don't get that one. Don't know that. Mark Holmes is better than first mistake. Oh, I say first take Dallas Cowboys because they're always talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Mike, what do you think about the AAF? He's the expert here. Mike loves it. Mike actually live streams the games, and he knows everybody in the statistics.
I don't know everybody. I don't know.
Buy it right, Collins or Thomas. Thomas. Here's the reason why you want Earl Thomas.
I don't know all the players. Too many players.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm learning the players.
The reason why you want Earl Thomas is because he's gonna be able to be a coach on the field. He knows the system. Seriously. He can take and mentor, Xavier Woods, Jeff Heath, and all that, and take him to another level. You're not going to get that with Collins. Collins is going to be coming into a different system, okay? And that's where you understand that Earl Thomas is getting old. He's had the injuries and stuff like that. But there's nothing better than having the skill and the knowledge of what you're doing. And in the same way you look at me, I know I'm old. I can't move as fast as him. But because I've been there and I've done that, I know how to do this a lot better. And you can teach. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm teaching Mike what I know. Right. Get it right there. Besides, who wants Giants trash? They don't want them.
Other than the training staff, I don't want nothing from the New York Giants. That's the best thing we got from them.
Hold up. We them boys. Hold up. We're making noise. Got that one? All right. So we got one side on. Bam! We're going to take and put the other side on. So now when you guys see me sitting down at the set, you'll be like, oh shit, I know what it took to make that thing come to reality. I'm very fortunate that part of the reason why I do woodworking and stuff and build everything is because I've always been too poor to be able to go out and buy stuff. So it's like I've got to make do with what I've got or what I can make, or else I won't be able to get it. So when Michael was born, believe it or not, I built him a dresser. And that dresser is actually still at this house, and Michael is still using it. And you're what, 28? So 28 years. Now, it needs a little work.
But it's not falling apart like IKEA furniture.
Perfect. There we go. All right, so now we just need to get the vertical piece.
Okay. All right.
10 and 5/8.
What about the other thing, that toy chest too?
The what?
We have all the blankets that you built there.
Yeah.
True.
I fixed that too. Because the joints were coming apart, but it was done together.
That was 10 and 5/8. So is this interesting, or is this just kind of like you got nothing better to do? Well, look at it this way. At least if we get Thomas now, we're not giving up anything to get him. The only thing that's going to cost you some cash. Hold up. We them boys.
Still, even beyond that, I've seen that guy make a lot of plays, and I still believe in the city still.
And if my number one stalker is watching, Falcons Nation, who says that I just sit around the house while he works for a living. I don't just sit around the house. I work for a living too. But I appreciate the super chats because that'll really piss him off. Yeah. About to see something here in a minute. Ooh, Nelly. Wait till you see this. You guys get the first look. Terrence Williams, who we're replacing with, I actually think we should go ahead and re-sign Cole Bailey. Understand, what I think the Cowboys need to do is use Michael Gallup as the number one on the outside and end up putting Cooper in the slot more because he catches the ball in traffic. He's like straight butter. And mix in Cole Beasley as well. I think that's your actual best bet. And I think you can get Cole Beasley for a reasonable price. Michael Gallup was coming along as the season went on.
Well, Michael Gallup really didn't come on until Amari Cooper came.
Well, everybody. I understand a lot of the problem with the Cowboys was nobody knew anybody. Everybody was new to the system and new to working together. It wasn't like they had an off season where Dak Prescott and the receivers and stuff were actually working together. It takes time to get a repertoire. So some of that development was going to happen because they were able to work together. And make no mistake about it, when Amari Cooper got there and started showing off and getting attention, everybody else fed off of that as well. All right, you guys ready for the big reveal here? Okay, Mike, let's gently. Here we go. You guys have been watching this. How long? We've been on for 41 minutes. So in 41 minutes, you've seen me actually make this piece. It's kind of exciting, isn't it? All right, so let's turn the camera a little bit this way so you see the actual.
The jerseys.
Okay. set it down on there. Baby, gotta come to you just a little bit. It's supposed to be on the edge. It's exactly on the edge. And that's what we got, guys. Look at that. So this is, check it out, the next locker. So I got to put a piece of 1/4-inch plywood on the back of it, which will square it on up, put some clamps on it, and build the other door that'll go in here. So that's the locker on it. Kind of cool, right? What do you think? Debo Samuels, Austin or Cole Beasley. I actually think you try and keep both of them. I would not mind seeing them bring both of them back because you need more than just a couple of guys. You're going to need some guys. Because here's the thing. Austin would be, I know he didn't do much because he's been injured and he's had injury history. But again, he's not going to demand a whole lot of money. But he is a big change of pace. And you look at how he was doing in punt returns the last couple of games.
Look what he did, even though he was hurt. What was the game? That first playoff game.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Imagine what he could do healthy.
Exactly.
And he would have got that touchdown too if he didn't have that if he wasn't having that, if his groin wasn't pulling.
Right. Oh no, I'm okay with him. I'm definitely okay with him.
He just needs to get healthy.
One thing you guys will find out in woodworking, you can never have enough clamps. I've got a bunch of them. There's 8, 10 right here clamping that stuff. I need a couple in here, and I could still use some more, and I could do some more stuff, but, you know, it is what it is. Slide that on there. Push that on there. Push it together. There we go. All right, guys. So, any questions before we go ahead and end this stream? We can talk some football here. I'm actually in a holding pattern because I got these doors. This is what's cool. And I don't know why I don't try and do more stuff in my workshop because it's only been a few hours. But in the course of today, I've built this piece over here. We've made all these raised panel doors and got those clamped, which is kind of cool. I've got the face frames on all of those pieces over there. Well, actually, I can work on this too. I can start squaring this up. This is actually right here. And I'm debating on if I should actually glue another piece on it. This is actually the top for our desk, my desk. And I'm looking at it and thinking that I should have made it a little bit wider. So I think I'm going to add one more piece to this system just to make it so I have plenty of space. I've made so many desktops that I need to make sure this is the last one. But this is longer than what my other ones have been, so that way I can put a little bit more stuff on here. And when I have guests here as well, they can put their laptop on if they want to, or, you know, be able to write and stuff. So we can all three be sitting behind the sports desk. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited. I really enjoy doing the stuff I enjoy building. And it's going to be cool with the combine this week, working here most of the week. And next week, building cabinets and stuff as we get ready to hit free agency. Where's the entertainment center? The entertainment center, well, I'll tell you what. Let me show you exactly what the entertainment.
That's right over here.
Let me show you exactly what it's going to look like when it's put together. Again, we're just kind of moving around and doing a whole bunch of different things at the same time. These pieces are actually scrap. We don't need that. This is the only problem I have in my workshop is I don't have as much space as I would love to actually have. I would love to have about twice the space that I have right now. But this is what the entertainment center. Oh, this goes around over here. So roughly, this is what that is. There's a 70-inch TV that goes in between there, and you see the doors that I'm making that are down there. Those are all going to go right into there. So that's what that whole set looks like. And what it'll be is there's actually a bridge that's going to go across, so they have a shelf at the top for the above the TV, so that way you can put, whatever else. Unfortunately, it's a Redskin fan house. But you know what I was thinking? Tell me what you think of this one, Mike. Making Daniel a YouTuber. Make him our Redskin expert.
You could at least have one on the channel.
I think my cousin should be our Daniel. If you're watching, I think you need to be Skyping in as our Redskin expert and giving us the real feel from a Redskin fan's perspective about how bad your team sucks. Oh, David Irving's gone. David Irving is a free agent, and everybody knows he's not coming back except for David Irving.
He might be serving a 1-year suspension.
Yeah, right.
He might not be playing next year.
Yeah, he may be actually suspended. So that thing is gone. You guys want me to end the stream, or shall I keep on going? Jeff Heap. No, I'm okay. Here's the thing with Jeff Heap. Jeff Heap is good people, and he's a good player, but he's not. I don't want him to be a full-time starter. You put him in the rotation. He's a playmaker. Don't get it twisted. But he can get exposed, and if you use him in the right situations, he's good to go. We don't need a no. No. Understand. Here's the thing. The thing you always want to know is what the enemy is doing. Okay? So, damn it, Carol. Carol's back. Oh, damn it, Carol. How are you doing, Carol? So, knowing what the Eagles are doing, it's a good thing. Knowing what the Redskins and the Giants and things like that, you've got to know the enemy and what they're doing and how to fight them. And I kind of look at it as this, because people are like, why are you talking about the Redskins or the Eagles? Because we have to play them. They are the enemy. We need to know what we need to do to be successful against them. We need to know if they're loading up for bear and how to counteract what they're doing. You can have a great team set up, but it may not be the best team to have an advantage against what the other guy's doing. Because you can make no mistake. What they're doing right now in Philadelphia, Washington, and New York, they're looking at what the Colts did and the Rams did to us up the middle. They understand they need a big, fat, nasty to go in the middle to plug the middle up, and that's how you stop the Cowboys. And that's why you go ahead and pay attention to what everybody else is doing. If you don't, you're going to be left behind. So I go back to my original question. I'm going to do some more work in here. Those pieces right there, we need to set up to cut 23 and a half inches long, because those are going to be the shelves for that. So you can cut those, and I'm going to get another piece of oak from up here down so I can blame it. Oh, actually, go ahead. This might be. So I don't need to make this whole thing that big. This one might be. Look at this, solid oak.
What do you want?
Yeah.
So what do you need to do?
Those pieces right there are going to be the shelves for that.
So cut this.
So we're going to cut all of those pieces for shelves. Okay, right here I've got it set up for 23 and a half inches. Let me double check. Always remember one thing with cutting. Measure twice, cut once. Actually, 23 and 3/4. Actually making a little bit, we'll cheat it a little bit more and then we'll double check it.
Look at what it's cutting after.
Yeah, 23 and 3/4. No?
You've got a little too long, you shade some of the wall.
Okay. You should be able to get about 6 shelves out of that. Let me, I'm teaching him everything I know. These will be the face for the shelves. And now my biggest problem is I need more plants. All right, I'm going to tell you guys the real story here, okay? You guys know a lot about me. You know how you have nicknames? My nickname growing up was Pigpen. Dak doesn't make the playoffs this year. He was a bust. What?
Let me ask this question: how many times Tyrone?
Wait.
How many?
How you gonna come out your head with some bull crap like that? That if Dak doesn't make the playoffs this year, he's a bust.
So how many playoffs?
2 out of 3 years we've been to the playoffs. We've had 3 seasons of winning. In most years, 9 and 7 gets you to the playoffs. It was just one freak year. He's got second most victories in the NFL over the last 3 years, only to Tom Brady. How can you say if the Cowboys don't make the playoffs, he's a bust? You know, Carson Wentz has never actually made the playoffs and played the playoff game. You do know that, right?
He got him to the playoffs.
I mean, well, he got the team in that direction. Nick Foles brought it home.
So that's what, because there wasn't any pressure.
I think people don't seem to realize that. I'm trying to understand that one.
Nick Foles only did what he did because he didn't have any pressure. Because
you know,
Wentz got him to the dance and he did the best job.
There's so I'm trying to understand. When you look at the Washington Redskins, what they've gone through with quarterbacks and how much money they have spent over. This is when we talk about paying Dak Prescott here. I want you to think about this right now. They paid Kirk Cousins $45 million for 2 years, and they paid Alex Smith $73 million on top of that. So when you add that's 70, 78, 88, 98, 118. Listen, the Redskins have paid $118 million for quarterbacks and don't have one right now. We paid under $3 million for Dak Prescott, and we've been in the playoffs 3 years. Think about that. Let that set in for a minute there. How much money has Sam Bradford made in his career, and what has he done?
He was the highest paid rookie.
53 as a rookie coming out. Look at the Cleveland Browns, what they've done at quarterback over the last since they've become the Cleveland Browns again after Cleveland became the Ravens and won Super Bowls. Think about the Jets, the guys they've gone through. The best quarterback they've had in a long time since Joe Namath was Butt Fumble. So all you people are like, we'll just draft a quarterback. What quarterback right now in the draft? If you had a high pick, which quarterback would you take right now and you say it's going to be better than what Dak Prescott is?
Kyle Murray is probably the only one.
You remember when
that's the only good quarterback in the draft is Kyle Murray. Hey.
Christian Hackenberg was rated higher than Dak Prescott? That was your quarterback in
man, what is he doing now? Sitting on the bench crying.
Understand? So all you're thinking, we'll just draft a quarterback. Remember, Christian Hackenberg, who can't start in the AAF, was rated higher than Dak Prescott.
What is it, Mattenberger, who played for the Tennessee Titans, is now starting.
Right.
And he said they're starting week 2 because we would have been 2-1.
Think about Paxton Lynch. Think about what a lot of people wanted the Cowboys to do. Paxton Lynch ring a bell to anybody there? Anybody? Anyone?
Does he still have a job?
Drew Luck, mark my word. Okay, Drew Luck. Okay.
Does he even have a job still? Paxton Lynch?
A bust, haha. He wasn't a fourth. He was a fourth rounder. If anything, he's over. Amen. Thank you on that one, Chris. You're right. He was a fourth round draft pick, and he's done better.
Thanks
oh my God!
Thank you to Murray.
Oh my God! Hold it. But okay, even if let's say hypothetically, you say that Dak Prescott wasn't the best quarterback from that draft class. I get it. I'll take third best. But what other quarterback from that draft has done anything? That was considered a pretty good quarterback class. When people were looking at it, they're like, okay, here's your opportunity to get a quarterback. There's 3. 3 out of the whole draft. There's 32 teams. 3 quarterbacks that are starters out of that draft. It's not quarterbacks to go around. You look at this year they say, it's not really a quarterback class. Now, what'll probably happen, though, here what'll happen. Because they say it's not a quarterback class, watch. It'll end up being a quarterback class. It'll end up being guys that nobody heard of that'll come through and become great. Because the funny thing is, no, but think about this, though. You have all these quarterbacks that are so highly touted and things, the Vince Youngs and things like that, oh man, they can't miss quarterbacks and stuff, right? But it's amazing that Tom Brady was late round, that Tony Romo was undrafted, that Russell Wilson was a 3rd round, that Dak Prescott was a 4th round. A lot of times, it's the guys nobody thinks about that become the good ones, and it's the ones that end up being the anointed ones, the can't miss players, are the ones they miss on. I don't think you guys seem to understand that. And I don't think you guys seem to understand the dynamics of how difficult it is to get a quarterback. Now, granted, a lot of them get ruined because they're drafted by poor teams that are poorly coached, and they ruin them. They get gun shy from the beginning because they're getting the crap beat out of them. But more times than not, you just don't find very many. And if 2015 didn't show you that, you guys have a short memory. You don't remember what happened in 2015 when Tony Romo got hurt, do you? Brandon Whedon, Matt Castle, Kellen Moore. These guys couldn't bust a great with a great offensive line. Now, I'm, for one, year 4. Here's the interesting thing about year 4. Year 4 is the year that most quarterbacks really step it up. You look at Troy Aikman. You look at Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, understand this. Everybody who talks about, oh man, if we only had Russell Wilson. Dak Prescott's numbers the first 3 years are better than Russell Wilson's were. That should give you guys actually a lot of hope, because think about that. Russell Wilson had the best defense in football when they won that Super Bowl. And they had beast mode.
And I almost won a second one.
Right, they should have won a second one.
I was there for the second one.
But don't believe me. Go through, look at the statistics. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. Dak's numbers are better than what Russell Wilson's were this first 3 years. That fourth year, Russell Wilson, when beast mode was going and everything else, the defense was coming down, all of a sudden his numbers blew up in that fourth year. And that fourth year is always a big year. Just like the second year, it's usually the sophomore slump. Fourth year is when the quarterbacks really get made. So I'm thinking Dak's going to really get made. Now, my problem here now is I ain't got no clamps. So I got to let this stuff dry so I can do some more work and stuff. But at least you guys get a feel of what I actually do during the daytime. And I'm excited about being able to get some more stuff done. When this stuff sets, then I can go ahead and put this piece onto my workbench over here. Get that glued. I can end up putting the edges on the drawers, the shelves for over there. And then I can also glue the solid edging to go on the plywood over there for the tops on that. And get ready to stain it, sand it, and stain it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the looking at the shop. Maybe what I'll do is, if you guys enjoy this, maybe what I should do is just start live streaming at work on the on the Woodward channel. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. Mr. Truckee, I'll get your name put on there. Somebody.
Was he supposed to be coming to Virginia? This way?
I think that already passed. I think, but I'll check with him. Michael, somebody, you said Green or somebody asked to get their name put on the shirt as well.
Yeah,
So
I have to look at the comments.
yeah, so we'll get those and stuff. And email me at cowboysmark94@gmail.com if you want to get that added as well. And I'll get actually my wife to sign. She's got pretty handwriting, so I'll get her to sign it for you guys. But as always, thank you all for watching, commenting. Come to your man cave. Steven Jackson, you're not the former Ram running back, Steven Jackson, are you? I'll definitely come do yours. How far away do you live? Please add Connecticut Cowboys. CT Cowboys? Okay, CT Cowboys are going to add you on the list too. Okay.
We can always go through the comments and after it uploads.
Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully we'll get some news today because today's kind of a dry day. Grab a D-tack. Oh, okay. I tell you what. If it's up to me, 3 places I want to do upgrades on. And I think if you can upgrade those 3 positions, that you got a Super Bowl team. Safety, we can get a playmaking safety and get some turnovers. Defensive tackle, that is a immovable force, a big ass wide body, a guy like Namakan Suh. Excuse me. Excuse me for not pronouncing it.
Without the attitude.
No, actually, I want somebody with a bad attitude. I want somebody with a bad attitude that goes in there and just likes eat offensive linemen for
but
lunch.
you want someone that gets fined all the time, that gets stepping on somebody.
Randy, actually, I actually have a website, Teesprings, Jobu's Man Cave. If you go, actually, when you go look at the videos on this channel, there's actually the shop there. And I tell you what I'll do, because I've got some people that have been asking about it. I will give you guys a code that'll save you 20%. So I'll have that up before I do my live stream tonight and let you guys know. So that way, if you want to, because there's a couple of different shirts in there, because there's a grown-ass man one. There's the ones that are Jobu's Black Sheep. And, of course, there's the Power of 4. But I want to get, listen to me, I want to get the Power of 4 going. And the reason why I love this, especially for this season, is because Dak Prescott, 4th round draft pick, okay? His mother's birthday, the 4th, that he honors her with, right? This is year 4. This is year 4. So let's get the Power of 4 rolling, and I want to try and make that thing huge. And, you know, I'm gonna make sure that Dak has that shirt at the end of March, and that I'm gonna give him one that'll be a blank one, and I'm hoping that he'll wear it like he wore the JSR shirt, because I believe in him. Maybe you guys don't, but I've seen a lot of football. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks and everything else, and I'm telling you, Dak has it. Sometimes what's amazing, and especially this time of year, when we look at the combine, understand the combine is just a tool. And a lot of times what happens is GMs and fans and stuff, we see a guy who runs a 40 and say, oh my God, he runs a 4.22 40. The guy's incredible. You end up seeing guys that are doing the 220, pumping it like crazy and stuff. Oh my God, look how strong that guy is. But they don't pan out. They're workout warriors. Understand, like you trained for the SATs, the last 2 months, these college prospects have done everything to train for the combine. They work on the vertical leap. They work on their 40 time. They work on the shuttle run. So that way, when they get there, they impress people. But then they can't play football. And a lot of times what our Cowboys do that drive me crazy is they get a prototypical size. If a guy, because they didn't draft TJ Watt because he was not the length that they like in defensive ends and linebackers. They like to have that long, tall, lean, fast guy. But sometimes you got to go through and just say, I don't care what the prototypical size is. The guy can play. The guy can play. Get him. Forget it that he doesn't fit. He can play. And that's it with Dak. Dak's mechanics aren't perfect. I'll give you that. That sometimes when he gets under pressure, he may lose that and stuff like that. He'll hold on to the ball, but these are things he'll learn as he gets older. But he has it. And that thing it is when he's in the huddle, he's calm. He's cool. He's collected. He knows what he's going to do. And the other guys feed off of that. You've been in, or maybe you haven't. I've been in huddles where the quarterback's had his bell rung, and he was like this, scared to death. You ain't leading nobody that way. Dak can get the crap knocked out of him. He gets back in that huddle, and every one of those guys are right there with him and believe in him. And I'm telling you, there's a lot to be said about that because there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that are great players but aren't leaders of men, that don't get people to follow. They get people to kind of say, yeah, he's my quarterback, but he's an asshole, and I don't really give a. Okay? And I'm not going to point any names, but I can tell you some of the ones that are out there that people just don't like. Big name ones. I'm telling you, he's got it. He's got it up here. Maybe that's that psychology masters that he's got, but he's got it up here. All right, guys. Hope you've enjoyed watching here for the last hour, hanging out in the workshop. Oh, there's Katie. Katie, how you doing? You missed. We got a call. What are we gonna call this in the workshop here? Tool time, Mark and Mike. Hanging in the shop. Building the team. I don't know. We got to come up with a term for this, something to call this, but. To catch up, everybody, we've got our entertainment center over here that we're working on. Unfortunately, I ran out of shelves. We've got our locker here that's got some clamps on it right now for the studio. We've got an office shelving unit for another place. And then down here, we got cabinet doors that are clamped up. So we've been busy as beavers, and I was going to shoot a video, but it was easier just to live stream, so I don't have to edit it. So, hey, it works for me. You should make a channel that is a countdown of the live stream. Come on, man. You got jokes today, right? You got jokes. Dak fabulous. Hey, so what's your team's record right now? 2-1? What are they? 1-2? 0-3?
And that's because of Christian Hackenberger. That man's garbage. You know what happened? We changed to Matt. What's his name? Mattenberger, and we almost won. And
Oh, did? Okay.
so imagine they would have put him in instead of Christian Hackenberger week 2. Put him at 2-1.
Yeah, that's one of those things.
But Matt, Christian Hackenberger is a jerk.
Well, he was. Remember,
Because what they do is they put the microphones on the guys that could hear him talking in the huddle and all that stuff live. And the way he was talking was cursing, all this other stuff.
Okay.
And he is a jerk.
well, I tell you what. That just okay. See,
He's a jerk.
that's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
He's an
Because
ass.
when you have a guy that's like that, we had, oh God.
He's like, I don't want to wear the mic this week. After this, I don't want to wear the mic.
My senior year in high school, what you always try to do is they always try to get the quarterback starting as a junior so that way he had 2 years in the system. And I'm not going to say the name of our quarterback, but he was an asshole. Okay?
Like
He had skills and stuff, but he was an asshole. He'd get in the huddle and he would berate all of offensive linemen. Yeah, would you guys learn how to block? You guys suck and everything else. And it was kind of like one of those things of, I really don't like this guy. And that sounds like Hackenberg. So we did this to him, okay? And I think about this now and about concussions and all that and how bad they are. But I got to tell you, this is what was known as a lookout block back in my day, okay? And we used to do like the Dallas Cowboys used to do. We used to shift. So you go up and you basically step over about 3 and 4 inches. You'd either close up, get a little tighter if you're trying to run up to the middle and stuff, or you shift out, okay? But it was kind of cool back in the day because you go up and then go down. So the ball would snap, and you go and say, look out. And let the pass rush get in and knock the living crap out of him. And I will not forget, because it was the last game of the season, when he came back to the huddle, you could see the birds flying around his head. It's like, yeah, payback's a bitch. Randy Sykes, what does that have to do with anything? I didn't see that. Please make a channel live stream for the season countdown. I'm trying to understand what kind of live stream I'm doing for the season countdown. We do our live streams on Monday and Friday nights on the other channel every Monday and Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern. And we do game live streams. And we did a live stream last night. So you don't get enough live streams yet? The clock mark? Oh, just have the clock as a live. Just have the camera on the clock, you mean, and just leave that 24/7? Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, Connecticut. Well, I'll have it set up so you can call in. Well, I've got here's the thing. I've got a countdown clock. That blue light is a countdown to the season. We're at 193 days, I believe, right now. And yeah, that would, I don't know, but I think there's a limit that you can only do. Isn't it like 12 hours live stream?
I don't know. I don't think there is.
Okay. If somebody really wants to see that, I mean, I could set a camera and a laptop just to do that. That would be the craziest thing. Countdown, NFL season countdown clock. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fix some lunch, go to the store. By the time I come back, then I can do some more stuff here in the shop. But as always, guys, girls, everybody, thanks for being part of the Jobu